People asked for it, so we got the Flame Beast deck after Olion. He made it great. He's going to do a couple combos at the end just for you, so yeah.
Cool. Better Man here once again, and here's 2.0 of Mega Phantom Beasts. So started off with 3 Tetherwolf. Tetherwolf still such a good card. The free token is so good, it's just easy. He's hard to kill too because you can't really bottomless him because you get the token on the summon. 3 Megaraptor. Megaraptor is still just as important as ever. Searching is always good, and free tokens with aerial recharge and a couple of other cards combo really nicely. 2 Harrliard. I took this down because I kept drawing it. It was a 3 in the last one. It's still really good once you get going, but it's not as good in the beginning. 1800 attack isn't bad, and it does help get cards out of your hand if you need, but rarely is that effect useful. 2 Coltwing. It's at 2 because if you draw it, you're screwed. You really want it for Scramble, which is just a good way to take a nearly empty board and fill it with stuff. And then it is kind of like a mini Dracossack, so it's kind of useful in that effect, but it's 2 tokens instead of 1. But level 4, so it has its purposes. 3 Hamstrat. Monster Reborn is Monster Reborn, plus flipping for tokens is really good, even though flip effects aren't quite as good this format because everybody's doing them. It might be a little better though. 2 Blue Impala. Blue Impala is a lot better in this build because there's some really dirty synchro plays with Karakuri cards. He allows you to synchro from the hand if your opponent controls a monster. No, not as long as you're using machine types and synchroing for a machine. You can synchro with him and one other card in your hand. So that's kind of stupid, which means you can make like a 1-card Beret, and you know how everyone knows how good Beret is. 2 Olion. He's the newest one. He's just free token generation, discard cost, foolish burial if he's sent from the field to the graveyard, if he's sent for a synchro summon, all sorts of fun combos with him. He's also a tuner, so you can use him and a bunch of the tokens to make Star Eater or something like that, which is kind of fun. That doesn't happen very often, but he's good at getting tokens. And then the second normal summon and his secondary effect is still really useful as well. 1 Karakuri, Watchdog, model 313, Saizan. This card plus Beret means Star Eater. This card plus any of the level 4s mean a level 8, so Scrap Dragon or Stardust, I think are the only 2 I run, if I have room. Yeah, Scrap Dragon is the one I go for most often, because you can target a monster, and if you control a token, your monster doesn't die, but your opponent's card still does. 1 Machina Fortress. Now that you have Olion, Machina Fortress is way more live, because you can discard him and Olion for a free summon, or you can kind of clear up some cloggy hands, because you run a lot of monsters. But that lines it up for the monsters. Spells, 3 MST, because I hate back row. 2 Scramble. Rarely do you use both, but it's a really good reversal card. You can take a near empty field, and if you have like 1 aerial recharge or a couple of extra tokens, it just goes so much plus during either player's turn too. There's a lot of fun reversal plays with it. Plus it's the easiest card to make Chidori, because you can take 2 tokens and summon 2 level 4s and make Chidori. 2 Scapegoat. Tokens. This deck likes tokens, Scapegoat gets tokens. 1 Foolish, Olion, Machina Fortress. If I need a target for Hamstrat, a couple of fun plays. Dark Hole, because my monsters are supposed to be invincible, and it's Dark Hole. That's it for the spells. 3 Traps. Or, not 3 Traps. 3 Aerial Recharge. Best card. Get a token on every turn. And that's all I need. Tokens. 2 Safe Zones. Still really good. It's not as good without the level 7 synchro guy, whose name I forgot, Karakuri. But it's still pretty good at protecting your one last guy or protecting a token, because if you put Safe Zone on a token, it's just kind of dumb. Yeah. 2 Fiendish Chain. I like Fiendish Chain a little bit in this deck over Breakthrough Skill. If I had Breakthrough Skills, I might do Breakthrough Skill, but Fiendish Chain still does the job really well, especially because it can stop attacking, which is the one faults of breakthrough skill. And in this deck, destruction by battle is more costly than likely than destruction by card effect. So Fiendish Chain stopping the monster effect and preventing the battle from happening is just a little bit nicer. 2 Mirror Force. Once again, destruction by battle is just common enough that I don't like to see it. Plus, nobody plays these cards anymore, and they're a great surprise at any time. And then the 4 staple 1-ofs, because, of course. That's it for the main deck. It's 40 cards. Let's see. 13 traps, 9 spells, and 18 monsters. Yep. And then extra deck. 1 Dracossack because I don't have the money for 2. I would love a second, but even with only 1, it's just so good in this deck. You've seen it in Dragon Rulers, you've seen it in anything that can play 7s. It's way better in this deck. Check the other video for a little bit better description of it. 1 Big Eye because I make 7s. 1 Master of Blades because I make 7s. 1 Gaia Dragoon because I make 7s and piercing. 1 Superdreadnought Rail Cannon Gustav Max because this deck can pull rank 10s really easily, and 2000 damage with a 3000 beat stick is pretty nice. 1 Skypalace Gangaridai because 3400 is kind of hard to get over, and I can destroy things with his effects and deal a little bit of burn damage doing it, so I can get around some of the cards if I need a better wall than Dracossack or slightly bigger wall. 1 Chidori because wind monsters. 1 Gear Gigant X because searching. 1 Exciton Knight because if I start to fail, Exciton Knight saves the day. 1 Abyss Dweller because graveyard effects aren't common in this deck but are way more common in others. 1 Zen Mines for the rank 3 plays. He's about the least common. And then Star Eater, Beret, Stardust, and I do play Scrap Dragon, I just don't have it out at the moment. And I probably would get rid of Scrap Dragon for the second Dracossack, but Scrap Dragon's pretty good in this deck too. As Vio said, some of the kind of stupid combos is discard Blue Impala plus any level 4 is an instant Star Eater. So just summon him with any of these guys in your hand, sink 7 for Beret, who summons Watchdog, sink 11 for Star Eater. 1 card Star Eater. That's a pretty good one. And then, as I said earlier, Machina Fortress plus O-Lion means Machina Fortress and a token. So those are some of the more fun combos that I've played recently. Thanks for watching, guys.